All right, Fred, can you tell everybody why we're doing this?
Well, I don't really know if this is going to fix anything.
I don't either.
This is just another guess.
All right, well, you're watching because we're going to show you how to take a dash out of this. But I have my AC system in my 06 NC, and we have replaced everything. We've replaced the AC compressor, the condenser, the dryer, the expansion valve, evaporator, receiver dryer, and the expansion valve twice. So I've gotten really good at taking the dash out of this. And so this is going to be a how-to. And essentially, I decided to just not use any of the parts store stuff. And there's a scrapper guy in town, and I just grabbed an old OEM expansion valve and evaporator, and we're gonna put that in and see what happens, because it's not great still, and it's Arizona. But first things first is disconnect the coolant hoses.
Make a big ass mess.
Yep, we have these nice clamps. So, oh, there it is. So we have these nice clamps down here, and makes it nice and easy. I guess we lose less. If you don't have one of these machines, I highly recommend it. They're great to have as your home machine. It's an AC machine. We're going to take all the AC out.
Well, if they don't, then you need to go to a local shop and have them evac.
Yeah, if they don't, we offer this as a $70 charge, and then you come back and we'll charge you $70 again to fill it. But you could buy one of these for about $7,000. It's great to have. So if you want to get that, go ahead. Also, just so you know, it was 1 o'clock when we started this, and it is currently 1:02. So I'm going to hop in here, and I have an aftermarket radio, but if you don't have an aftermarket radio, you don't have to touch anything. I'm just going to take that screen off. I'm going to take off shift knob, take this off, which if you have to take this off, it's actually really easy. Just kind of put your finger under there and then pull up.
That's the fun part.
I know. And then underneath this, there's 2 screws. Sometimes I can pull it up with my hand, but I can't right now. There's a screw in there, 2 screws back there, and then we'll get this center console out, and there's some screws back here. This pops out forward. I'll show you some of that stuff, but we're gonna try and get it done quickly. All right, so I got all the screws out for this one. Put them in the cup holder, just gonna close that. This lifts up, pops out of here. And then there's connector under here for the, anything that's under it. So we're gonna pop that connector off. Tiny screwdriver is really good for stuff like this. I think it's easier to pull from back there or up here. So pop those off, 2 screws down there. And we want to get this off. There's some connectors behind here as well. Pulling this out. If you don't have heated seats, these are still here. They just kind of put a dummy plug in for them. So that comes out. All right. Next is there's 2 screws down here. There are bolts. They're 12s. Those come out. We're going to take off that and that on both sides. Which really, you just get your finger underneath it. What? And then it pops up. So, and then these pop out. We're gonna take this piece off. We're gonna take this piece off. Bolt, bolt, bolt on this side. There's the one here and this one right here. It's a 12, not one of the 10s. So those 4 come off. On that side, there's some more. I'll show you that. All right, so Fred's got the AC disconnected over here. It's just one, or is it 1 bolt or 2? Oh yeah, it's just 1 bolt for that, for the AC to come off. Now under here, we've got this. This one also pops off here. Where's my screwdriver? That comes off. 2 screws. Passenger side only has the 1 bolt up there. And then under here, let me turn on the light. Under here, all you have to do is this connector. So it's a, what's it called? AB or airbag SRS connector. And so all you do is slide this white piece back. There we go. This one, pop off. There we go. So essentially that is all of the electrical stuff that need to be disconnected here. You don't have to open the glove box, and this side is done, other than now we're gonna pull this off, but these Torx need to come off first to get the A-pillar off, and that's because this is going to be in the way, so we gotta take the A-pillar out of the car. I got those out, A-pillars are off. As you can see, my car was silver before. They are T40s. So now the next step on this is unplugging stuff from this side. This fuse block, not this one and not that, needs to come off. That fuse block comes off. There's some other stuff under here. What's it? So this airbag sensor and this big connector, both of these come off. So that one comes off. I can't remember. It's attached somehow. And then these two, I don't know. These two connectors there need to come off. And then we're gonna go under the steering column. All right, I got those connectors off. There is one last thing I'll show you how to do it. It's this one, but we'll go to that in a little bit. This just pops off. We got 4 screws on here. That has to come off in order for us to do all this. And then you're gonna take off the clamshells around the steering wheel. To get the clamshells off, that has to come down, but you want to put it back on when you start taking the bolts off for the column. I know, this just pops out. Doesn't really have any twisting thingy, it just kind of pulls out. And then we got to get the connectors for this. So there's one back here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. And then there's 2 on this. So this, if it's not been done before, you can pinch it together with a needle nose, but mine's been played with a lot, so a little twist and yank and it comes off. That is what she said. This one, however, has, I don't know if you've experienced one of those Ford ones, it's got a little red tab. You have to move the red tab back before you can actually get that to unclip. All right, so those are off. Now, 4 bolts for the column. 1, 2, 3, 4. And before you take those off, you're gonna wanna move the seat back. Okay, so that just hangs down. All these are disconnected. If you want, you can even wait to get those connectors when the column is down. The reason why the column comes down is once it's down, it's not touching this anymore. And then this bolt way back in there holds the dash in as well. I'm gonna get this off, and how this one comes off, the hood prop, is you actually have to push down a tab back there, or push up a tab. So it's the middle one, you see there's 3. You push the middle one, it's up or down, I can't remember. You have fun with that one. All right, I definitely lied, it's up. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bolts, and then we should have the dash out. I'm gonna do that, obviously I need both hands for that, but Fred's gonna help me lift it up because it's a team effort. Before I forget, and we haven't tried yet to pull it out, those bolts are still in, by the way. There is a 10 under here. So that's the lone 10 under here that you have to disconnect. And then I'm gonna take that out right now. We're gonna take that out, we're gonna take these out, and then dash should be on the ground. All right, for those of you keeping time, it is 1:30. So 30 minutes. I don't know how yours is gonna go. Also, I had to film, so that slowed us up a little bit. When it comes out, it'll come forward. That needs to be in 4th, and the e-brake should be down. So it comes forward, and then you tilt it back a tiny bit. You don't want to tilt it back too much because the heater core can spill coolant inside the car. So you just tilt it back a little bit, it'll start going up. And then as soon as it starts to go up over the shifter in the e-brake, you'll turn it back down, and then of course top down. And with the team lift thing, it's really nice because you just go up and over the car, and then we set it down. So now we're gonna take it apart. There's a whole bunch of screws in here, but that's not what the video is about. The video is how to remove a dash. If you want any help putting it back in, play the video in reverse. Thanks for watching.